Hello friends. Now today we are discussing on the topic of history of internet, and this is my second topic, and within this topic we have to learn the concept of internet, the definition of the internet, and the need of the internet. The agenda for this session is what is the internet, history of the internet, internet address, internet infrastructure, DNS means domain name system, and more popularly www, that you know very well, World Wide Web. That is our topic which is related with the internet, www. Now here we are seeing the two pictures. Those are shown. What is the internet? The history of the internet. The persons. Those are using the internet all over the world. Those are shown over here, and the briefing of the history of the internet, that is given over here in a second diagram, and within that in 1960 how the computers were, in 1970s how they look like, the messaging that will be get performed in 1980s, how they look like, means the size of the computers, those will be little bit smaller. In 1990s there is the introduction of www, that is our topic, World Wide Web. Then 2000, some of the applications, or you can say that Facebook, those came over there. The in 2010 we are using that much of a thing, mobiles, those come with us. And in 2020, that is a 2000 to 2020, that is a 2020, we are now using or transferring the data or accepting the orders by sending the money, online transfer, online money, that will be get transferred. These things will be shown diagrammatically. Two diagrams tells us best about the use of the internet nowadays. And nowadays I say that I say that everyone is aware with the internet. Most of the people, those are using the internet, and rather than I can say that most of the people, those can't remain without the internet, means at the home, due to the corona we have seen that much of many problems within a corona we have seen. And within that much of a corona year, that is a 2020 to near about 2022, the most of the people, those were at home, and they are not performing their work. Everything that will be get performed via the online, due to which most of the people, those doesn't know the internet, they aware with that much of a thing. And due to which nowadays the internet become more popular, in the sense everyone having the mobile, everyone using the mobile, and the use of the mobile is not possible without the internet. Even also at the home, the home packs, those are there, the net packs, those are there, and unlimited internet everyone has been taken, and that is the need of the situation. Most of the means most of the learning or teaching that will be performed within these much of a 2 years online. And for the online use of computers, there is a need of a net. The home packs, those will be given by the different service provider companies, internet companies, and most of the people, those are taken those much of a plans. And those nowadays, even also the corona has been gone, we say that I am not given you a guarantee, but in most of the time, means most of the scenario says that the now the corona is gone, but still most of the people, those are using or referring that much of a net plans at their home even also. And the persons who are working within organizations or the companies everywhere in office, most of the offices, or I can say that almost all of the offices has been taken the connection of a internet, various plans they have taken, and maximum data is nowadays transfer via internet or online. you know very well, the mails will be sent. Nowadays the post office, the concept of post office, that will become so far away, and it will be left. Most of the communication that will be happen with the, with the help of a email. Most of the rules and regulation that is given by either by the university or the government via the mail, and those will be sent to the destination for the display purpose at their places. This is the use of everyone become the day-to-day life of everyone become with the help of the internet, and everyone is using the concept of internet. This is a briefing about this much of a terminology of the internet. The learner, when we see that concept or understood that concept, history of internet, we have to understood the details of the internet, then also the history of the internet. In brief, I have told you the things which are related with the internet. Now we have to discuss those much of a thing in detail while in a form of a PowerPoint presentation. Now the first question always come in front of us: what is the internet? And that the definition of the internet is that the internet is a global system of interconnected computer networks that use the standardized internet protocol suite, and that standardized protocol suite, that is nothing but the TCP/IP. Means the full form of the TCP, that is the transmission control protocol, and internet internetwork protocol. IP means TCP/IP. And and I'm telling you what is a protocol, meaning of a protocol. Protocol means rules and the regulation, and those rules and regulation, those are everywhere, and those needed to be get defined initially before using that much of a system. And the internet is one of the one type of a system, and when we have to use that much of a system, some rules regulation everyone has to follow and obey, and accordingly they have to work, so that the good communication or good uh, transmission between the sender and the receiver, that is possible. Either suppose the violation will be made, that we have seen within the last topic, even also some violation will be done, then that thing will become helpless or mischievous, and the total system will get disturbed. So that this protocol suite that will be used typically for proper use or legal use of the internet, that is the TCP/IP. The internet is a short form of interconnected networks. Means interconnected network means internet. That short form will be we have considered, and nowadays it becomes more popular. Instead of internet network, the word internet is used by the people. It has become a important part of our lives, that I've already told you, helping us connect with people worldwide. The internet is made up of a large number of independently operated networks. It is fully distributed with no central control. There is nowhere central control over there on the internet. Each independently operated system is motivated to ensure that there is end-to-end connectivity of every part of the network. Means end-to-end connectivity, that is essentially needed. Means the sender must be there, the receiver must be there, and both the sender and the receiver, those having the internet facility. And suppose sender has an internet facility, receiver doesn't have an internet facility or the net pack, then the communication or you can say that the connectivity between the sender and the receiver, that is not possible. Means end-to-end connectivity, that's why the word the end-to-end is very important, and that will be applicable for the sender as well as the receiver. Means either the sender has a suppose we can say that the sender has a internet, but a receiver doesn't have a internet, then communication is not possible. On another hand, the sender doesn't have a internet, but receiver has a internet. In that case, even also the communication is not possible. In that means the scenario is vice versa or exactly opposite we can make. But here the way is that the internet must be there for the sender and compulsorily must be there for the sender as well as the receiver. The internet is simply a wire that runs underground and allows two computers to communicate with each other. Means via the cable, the two computers will get connected with each other, and that wire plays the role of connecting the two computers together. The server is a particular computer that is connected directly to the internet. When we talk about specific web pages, then they are simply files that are stored on the server's hard drive, and every server has a unique protocol address or an IP address, that is the internet protocol address and unique protocol address. This IP address that are essentially for the computers to find each other. Means each and every computer having a different IP address, means internet protocol address, that is the IP address, internet working protocol address. The two computers having the different two IP addresses. The IP addresses of two computers never been the same over there. It is the meaning of that word. And now we see the history of the internet. The first question that pops into the mind of probably when the internet will be started. The internet was developed by Bob Kahn and Vint Cerf. Bob Kahn and Vint Cerf in 1970s. They began the design of what we today know as the internet. It was the result of another research experiment which was called ARPANET, and which stands for Advanced Research Project Agency Network. ARPANET, the full form of ARPANET is Advanced Research Project Agency Network, and this was initially supposed to be communication systems for the defense team. Means this system will be used for the defense organization of the United States of America. Means the initiation of internet that will be towards the America, and the network that would also survive a nuclear attack. Means with the help of this much of a ARPANET, the nuclear attack that will be get survived by the USA or United States of America. And it is eventually become a successful nationwide experimental packet network. But when was the first internet started? But our question is that when the first internet, when it was started, and it is believed that on 6th August 1991, when the World Wide Web opened to the public. Means 6th August 1991 is opening of the World Wide Web, that is WWW for the world. Computers, how the internet works, that we have to see. Computers that we use every day, or the client, those are called as the clients, because those are independently connected to the internet through the internet services. And when we open a web page on your computer, you connect to the web page and then you can access it. Computers break the information into the smaller pieces, those are called as the packets, and which are resembled in their original order. If we put the right address on the packet and send it to any computer which is connected as a part of internet, each computer would figure out which cable to send it down next, so that it would get to its destination. Means the aim is that the message must be sent from correctly from sender to the destination, and that aim will be get achieved with the help of that much of a cable, and that cable must be get connected from computer to the that much of a server, or you can say that the network. And with several computers on a network, it may create confusion even with unique addresses. This transfer of messages is handled by the packet routing network, and hence a router is required to set up. The transfer control protocol is another system that makes sure no packet is lost or left behind, because it might create a disrupted message at a receiving end. Following are the steps of how the message is transferred from one place to the another, or from one computer to the another. The first step is that first the computer 1 sends the message by the IP address to computer 2. Means the IP address is over here very important for individual computers, or for for any computer, and it will be, as I earlier mentioned you, it will be different for all the computers. Means no two computers having the same IP address. The message sent by computer 1, then it will be broken into the small pieces or packets, and these small pieces or the packets, those are transferred concerning transfer protocol, so that the quality is maintained. And finally all these pictures or the packets reach computer 2 and reassembled at their IP address. Means reassembling of the pictures or the small packet that will be done, and those will be sent to the received by the computer 2. Now the father of the internet, that is Berners-Lee, and the Tim Berners-Lee was the man who led the development of the World Wide Web, the defining HTTP, that is Hyper Transfer Protocol, HTML, Hypertext markup language used to create the web pages, the URLs, that is the Universal Resource Locators, the development of www, HTTP, HTML, and URL took place between 1989 and 1991. Tim Berners-Lee was born in London, and he graduated in physics from Oxford University in 1976. Currently, Tim Berners-Lee is the director of the World Wide Web Consortium, the group that sets technical standards for the web. Tim Berners-Lee Winton Cerf is also named as a internet daddy other than Tim Berners-Lee. After being out of 10 years of high school, he began co-designing and co-developing the protocols and the structure of what became the internet. Then the IP address, that is the internet protocol address that we have to discuss. The internet protocol address is a unique address that identifies the device on the internet or the local network. This IP address stands for, as I earlier mentioned you, internet protocol, and which is a set of rules governing the format of data sent via the internet or the local network. What is an IP address? IP address is a string of numbers separated by the periods. IP addresses are expressed as a set of 4 numbers. An example address might be 192.158.1.38, and each number is set can range from 0 to 255. So the full IP addressing range goes from 0.0.0.0 to 255.255.255.255. If we want to understand why particular device is not connecting in the way you would expect, or you want to troubleshoot why your network may not be working, it helps to understand how IP addresses work. Internet protocol works the same way as any other language, by communicating using set guidelines to pass the information. All devices find, send, and exchange information with other connected devices using this protocol. By speaking the same language, any computer in any location can talk to one another. The format of IP address that is given, the format of IP address consists of 32 bits, often shown as a 4 octets of numbers from 0 to 255, represented in a decimal form instead of binary form. Here the decimal format that will be used. And for example, the IP address 168.212.226.204 in the binary form 10101000 dot 11010 dot 11100010 dot 11001100, means the conversion of here, that is from decimal to the binary, that is shown over here. The 168.212.226.204 is a decimal format, and the next given, that is a 10101000 is the, you can say that dot is the binary form. And over here it is easier for us to remember the decimals than it is to remember the binary numbers. Here we have seen, with the help of the example, remembrance of a decimal number is very simple as compared with a binary number, because more 1 and more 0, that we have to keep always in a mind in case of a binary form. And if there is any single error that causes there is a change in a decimal number format. That's why the understanding of a IP address in a decimal format is very good. And so we use the decimals to represent the IP addresses when describing them. However, the binary number is important because that we will determine which class of network the IP address belongs to. Over here one example is shown, IPv4 address, that is with a dotted decimal notation, that is shown 172.16.254.1, and the conversion of that decimal number to its binary equivalent, that is 10101100.00010000 dot 11111110 dot 00000001, means 1 byte and 8 bits, those are there. That's why the 32 bits, that is a 4 into 8, or you can say that the 4 byte format that will be get generated. But remembering, see over here example, remembering of you can say that initial, that is with a number that is simple as compared with remembering the decimal number, which are in a binary format, that is a 1010. But remembering of you can say that the decimal number is very good over there, that is 172.16.254.1. The IP address, there are the two parts of the IP address. The IP address have two parts, and which are called as a prefix and the suffix. The address prefix identifies the physical network to which the computer is attached, while suffix identifies the individual computers on the network. Prefix is also called as a network address. Suffix is also called as a host address. Over here the example is given 129.144.50.56. Over here the network part is of 129.144. On the another side, the host part which is related with a computer, that is a 50.56. Here are the some different classes of the IP addresses. The range that is given for these much of IP classes, the class A range starts from 0.0.0.0 to 127.255.255.256. 255. Same way, the B class range that starts from 128.0.0.0 to 191.255.255.255. The class C starts from 192.0.0.0 to 223.255.255.255. Same way, the class D that starts from 224.0.0.0 to 239.255.255.255. And finally, the class E that starts from 240.0.0.0 to 255.255.255.255. Now the DNS that DNS is the full form of the DNS is nothing but the domain name system, and it is an application layer protocol that defines how application processes running on a different systems pass the messages to each other. And this DNS is a directory service that provides a mapping between the name of the host on the network and its numerical address. This domain name system is required for functioning of internet, and each node in a tree has a domain name, and full domain name is a sequence of symbols specified by the dots. This DNS is a service that translates the domain name into the IP addresses, and this allows the users of networks to utilize user-friendly names when looking for other hosts instead of resembling the IP addresses. For example, suppose that the FTP, that is a file transfer protocol suite at EduSoft, has an IP internet protocol, that is the IP address of 132.147.165.50. Most people would reach this site by specifying ftp.edusoft.com. Therefore, the domain name is more reliable than the IP address. Means domain name over here very important than the IP address. Over here, it is very difficult to remember the IP address, that is 132.147.165.50. But everyone will be aware with that much of a domain name, that is a EduSoft, and the root level that it will be shown with the help of in a diagrammatical format, the chal.atc.fhda.edu. Means in that way, from the root level we have to start, and we have to proceed towards the last node, and that last node is chal, and we are considering the last node over there first, then next to that is ATC, then FHDA, then EDU, and in that way we conclude this much of a domain name system. Then World Wide Web. The World Wide Web is abbreviated as www, you know very well nowadays, and is commonly known as a web. The www was initiated by CERN, that is the European Library for Nuclear Research, in 1989. This www can be defined as a collection of different websites around the world containing the different information shared via the local servers. The history of this www, World Wide Web, is that it is a project created by Timothy Berners-Lee in 1989 for researchers to work together effectively at CERN, CERN, and this is the organization that is named the World Wide Web Consortium, that is WTC, and which was developed for further development of a web. And this organization is directed by Tim Berners-Lee, aka the father of the web. There are some features of the www, World Wide Web: hypertext information system, cross-platform, distributed, open standards and open source, uses web browsers to provide a single interface for many services, dynamic, interactive, and evolving, and Web 2.0. Summary: what is the Internet? History of the Internet, Internet addresses, Internet infrastructure, domain name system, DNS, World Wide Web, WWW.